Like a carnivore advocating vegetarianism, former transport minister accuses Prince Harry of being the wrong person to preach to the travel industry about going green due to his and Meghan's use of private jets. I'm actually not sure what Travalyst plan is. They seem to complain a lot, but they don't seem to have any kind of a plan to make travel greener. I have no idea what their plan is. Prince Harry's green plea was savaged by a former transport minister last night. It was his first appearance since his controversial biography extracts were published, so that's Finding Freedom. Delivered a speech at the virtual summit for his sustainable tourism project, Travalyst. So he could be anywhere. And we're going to ask, where is he? Is he with Meghan? Are they together? Because a lot of people think they're mostly not together. I am one of those people. Duke of Sussex, 35, urged travel industry to build back better after COVID-19. The travel industry is almost dead. Warren Buffett, the greatest of all time investor, he sold all of his airline stocks, all. He completely divested of all airline stocks. Okay, I watch boating. I watch these people on boats in the Caribbean and all over the world, and I watch people in van dwellers, people who live in vans. There's this couple, Eamon and Beck, and they were traveling in Morocco. They were camping in Europe, and then they went down into Africa, and they were in Morocco, and then the lockdown happened. They abandoned a $50,000 van in Morocco, and they flew back to Canada, and they are now building another $50,000 van. I'm not sure they even believe they can get their van back, and they have no plans to go back to Morocco with the new van. Okay, travel has completely changed. I'm not even sure, I don't think people even know what travel looks like in the future. So, and they transferred all that money from the 501c3, the foundation, the Sussex Foundation, to Travalyst, a for-profit company. Where did all that money go that was in Sussex Royal? There were millions, $3 million from Disney, plus millions donated by others, and there was only $100,000 in Sussex Royal. That's what I heard. Where'd all that money go? Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. This is an old picture of Travalyst. I couldn't get my printer to print any reasonable facsimile of the new picture where Harry is, at a desk, remotely in front of, lush curtains and, deep reds and browns. It looked very nice. And people, the pro media is saying, oh, well, that's what Tyler Perry's house. He's in one of the rooms of the Tyler Perry house. I'm wondering, is he with Meghan at all? Other people are saying, is he with Meghan at all? But let's look at the viability of Travalyst as sustainable, the sustainable travel model. And to me, this is a bunch of word salad that he preaches, because I literally have no idea what his plan is. What is the plan for sustainable travel? It's just like, not to be too political, but the defund the police movement. They don't have a plan, and they don't actually mean defund the police. They don't actually mean this. It's the ultimate word salad. They mean something completely different, okay? And they don't want to land at defunding the police. Okay, what does he mean by Travalyst? What is the viability of Travalyst, the sustainable travel model? I mean, what is it viable? Because there is no travel. There is no travel. You can't go to a bar. You can't go to a gym. You can exercise outside. They're relocking down places. Okay, in the state I'm in, they're relocking it down. There is no travel. So what is the viability of Travalyst? I mean, is it a viable entity? Yeah, that's true. Oh my goodness. Okay, what is the viability of Travalyst? Angel. Good intentions. We have really good intentions. The angel only, the angel, like a guardian angel, like a social justice warrior. And this is a warrior angel, just like a social justice warrior, only the best intentions. Cut and blocked, 6 and 11, 17, 5 hearts. So they have good intentions, but there is no travel. All travel is cut and blocked right now. 5 hearts, reacting to circumstances. What are the circumstances? The global bug. The global bug has stopped all travel worldwide. All travel. Essentially, almost all borders are closed right now. And as I was saying, I watch all these travel videos, and all the boats are stuck either in Panama or in a U.S. territory, and all the vans are completely stopped. Oh dear. All right, my phone was going off. So, all right, because of current circumstances, all travel is currently blocked. 10 clubs is the travel card. This is the over-the-water travel card, 10 clubs. Long journeys over the water. Sun, okay, so reopening travel. The sun comes out, a new dawn, a dawn of a new travel age. That's what Travalyst is about. In the future, roses, sweet words, executioner, okay, organized, plan, disaster, everything that came before the earthquake is suddenly swept away in 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes. It's all comes crashing down and it doesn't exist anymore. Officially, very sick. Okay, the world of travel is very, very sick. Okay, what's going to happen to all these airlines and such unless they're funded by the governments of the countries? No one can stay out of business and shut their doors completely for a year. Okay, and we're going on 6 months already. So the travel industry itself is completely destroyed. The entire travel industry. And, with the renewed lockdowns, I think this is going to go on and on and on. And next year, this time, next July 2021, they're still going to be talking about this, and it's still not going to be the same. And I think that we lived, the last, 50 years, whenever they developed airline travel for real, this is the age of travel, and that age may actually be over. So the outcome for Travalyst is terrible. What is travel itself in any form going to look like? They're not going to be able to improve anything. You're not refining and improving anything. We're going to have to pick up the pieces and see what's left at the end of this, because travel as it existed no longer exists, and it's just good intentions and no plans. There's no plan here at all. No plan. He's just the angel, the virtue signaling angel, and transforming travel, but there's nothing left to transform. There has to be something to transform. Okay, so we saw Harry at the very lush, environment behind the desk. Finally, he's not in this bland environment, with these crappy looking cabinets. And I looked at that and I'm like, that's not the Tyler Perry house. And he had the crappy cabinets and the bland wall behind him before they went to Canada and after they went from Canada to LA, which says Harry's not with Meghan. So let's take a look. Are Harry and Meghan together right now for this Travalyst Summit? Is Harry with Meghan at the Tyler Perry house? Because they're touting that Doria's there and it's a big loving happy family. That makes me think it's, that's not what's going on at all. So Harry, Meghan, are Harry and Meghan together? Okay, Magi. Magi is a manifester and can be illusions. Six Spades is a liar card, entirely selfish. Emotional. Okay, Megan always gets the 10 hearts and the devil. Well, here we have the 10 hearts on Harry's side. So 23, 29, 8 hearts, another lying card. 8 hearts is water into wine, without except for a miracle. Water is not wine, wine is not water. So calling something else, okay, water into wine, calling it something else. Now God can change it, okay, and it really is wine, but we're not gods. Okay, so we have the Magi can be an illusion cards, creating an emotional narrative and an illusion, but the relationship is terrible, and the relationship is transforming, and we have 2 lying cards. So I'm going to say Harry is clearly not with Meghan. The 10 hearts here and the Magi is they want you to believe that it's a happy home and it's wonderful, and Doria's staying there all the time and she's ignoring her lesbian lover at her house. And why wouldn't she just live 2 or 3 miles away or even 20 miles away and drive her car? She has a car. Okay, what is she going to do about her dogs? How is she going to, her checkbook? There's so many things at her house. She's going to schlep all those things over to the Tyler Perry house and live with Meghan and Harry in their temporarily borrowed home when she has her own home. Man, it sure makes a lot more sense for Harry and Meghan to move into a room at Doria's house. That makes so much more sense because Doria actually owns that house. She's not borrowing that house. It's her house. Okay, it makes no sense. So it's an illusion that Harry and Meghan are together again. But I saw Harry in rehab. I saw him slipping up. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I think he's back and forth, back and forth. What's going on over here? We have 2 great family cards. We have home and karmic relationship. 10, 13, again, 4 hearts, 4 hearts. Meghan is at the Tyler Perry house. Okay, home, home. Meghan is at the Tyler Perry house. It's an illusion that Harry is there. She is holding down the fort at home. Harry's not there. 4-leaf clover, strength, 11 and 4, 15, 4 clubs. Opportunistically showing the firm, the solid foundation. So they just feel like they need to show you that Meghan and Harry and Archie and Doria are a united front. And that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. They're showing a united front. They're showing the happy family. Where did all this money go? Okay, now, and I did calculations earlier. I calculated that half of the Diana fund is 17 million plus whatever was in Sussex Royal. Okay, the watchdog is saying, hey, you misallocated $300,000? Wait, okay, let's do the math. 17 million is half of 34 million from the Diana fund. Then they had at least 3 million. Let's just call it 6 million. 17 plus 6 is 23 million. Where in the world did you get $300,000? Okay, and the transfer that they're talking about is from the Sussex Royal Foundation, which was a charitable foundation, to Travalyst, which is not a charitable foundation. So there's got to be $23 million being transferred. But they're only citing 300,000. What does that mean? It means 22,700,000 is gone, is spent, and they did no charitable activities. I think they might have bought a backpack for a kid or something, for $20, and they probably got a deal on it. Somebody threw it out in the garden. They're walking along. There's a backpack out in the garbage, and they pick the backpack up, clean it off, and give it to some kid. Okay, so what happened to all that money? What happened to all that money? Is there any funny business with the spending of the money in the foundation? Is there any funny business with the spending of the money in the foundation? Well, we have the no card, we have the coffin card, and we have the hand in hand. Any funny business? Well, we have 4 spades, coffin, secrets, closed, secret, it's in the box, in front of all the people, 10, 19, 5 clubs, 2 or more things, full stop, okay. So the Sussex Royal Foundation has been wound up, stopped, completely stopped, okay, and the assets are hidden from the public. We don't know what happened to it, and they went in various places, allocated 5 clubs, allocated to various places. We have no idea. Boy, that's the truth. Okay, so we have no idea where this money went, what happened to it, because they didn't spend it on charity. Heart, diamond ring, inheritance, 13, 4 hearts, home. Okay, the inheritance is a lot of money. It's a foundation. It's a charitable foundation. It's a big pile of money. The big pile of money was spent in the home. It was spent in the home. It was spent by Meghan and Harry for Meghan and Harry stuff. I need toothpaste. I need $1 million in clothes. I need some Botox. You know, that's where it was spent. So it was spent, it was misallocated. I mean, if you're just going to spend all the charity money on yourself, why not just transfer it to a for-profit organization? I mean, what's the difference? That's kind of what's going on there, and maybe that's why. I didn't see them really getting punished for this transfer. Will Harry and Meghan be able to recategorize Travalyst as a non-profit after the fact? Because there's, you know, first they said, oh, we're going to sue you because you said something we didn't like, meanie. Okay, and then they withdrew it and said, oh, we're not going to sue you. Yeah, we misspoke. So, but I looked at it, I asked if they would be indicted, brought up on charges, because these are actually criminal acts. To take charitable money and give it to anyone that is not, for the charity, specifically a charitable thing, and to give it to anything that's for profit, this is actually illegal. It's really quite serious. So will Harry, and I didn't see them getting punished for it, and that's called privilege. Will Harry and Meghan be allowed to recategorize Travalyst, after the fact? Like, oh, well, we intended for it to be nonprofit all along. We just filed the wrong paperwork. Will they be allowed to devil? All right, what do we got? Can you see it? Will they be able to recategorize Travalyst as a non-profit? Water into wine is transformation. Well, 1926, finger of God outside, 2 sevens, sevens return forever. Outside transfer, secrets, devil right in the middle. Devil, bedeviled. Okay, transforming it is almost impossible because of a whole lot of things we don't know about. Okay, what this says to me is that not only will they not be able to turn Travalyst into a nonprofit after the fact, whether they do or not, it doesn't matter, and that was my contention from the beginning. It doesn't even matter if you say, oh, I'm sorry, we messed up. On the point of the transfer, that initiates a taxable event, and those taxable events are maybe criminal. So whatever they do afterwards to cover it over, it can mitigate the punishment. Okay, but so transforming it, it's like bedeviled. And there's other things that are going to be found out because of outside events. I think it's not going to be possible. It won't matter. It completely won't matter. And there's other matters. If the state and the IRS and the taxing authorities go and look into this money, just like I'm saying, where did all the money go? Okay, and then so where did all the money go? How come you're transferring such a small amount from Sussex Royal? Okay, when there were millions and millions of dollars, where did all the money go? This is the 7 spades. So there's dirty deeds and secrets And then here we have the transformation of Travalyst. So I think they have bigger problems than just this. There's a lot of problems associated with this transfer of money. A lot of problems. Okay, what's underneath? Fox, Trinity, woman, oh gosh, Jacob's ladder, and two spades. Okay, going forward, broken. The path forward is broken, so that could be transformation of Travalyst and making a break from what they made it as. The woman, working together, and business. 24 plus 8, 32, 34. 9 diamonds. Okay, so right in the middle of this is the woman, and that woman is Megan, working everything together for business. She's taking whatever money there is, she's going to use it. Whatever resources there are, no matter what they are, whether they're money, the home, people around, whatever, she's going to use them as her own. And that's what she did. Megan, there was just this big pile of money there, and she just used it any way she wanted, and that's all going to suddenly stop. And she was using it for business. What is Megan doing? Megan is trying to become an A-lister in Hollywood. Okay, so that's where the money went. Botox, cosmetic procedures, clothes, shoes, handbags. So, I mean, Harry needs to carry that handbag, so you have to have a beautiful handbag for Harry to carry. So all of it, Megan just spent it. And that's what I think would happen. Because overwhelmingly, we keep seeing Harry wear the same ugly shirt. Now, part of this, this gives the message, Harry's not concerned about material things, and that's true, and that's beautiful, because he's a royal and he's very wealthy. Okay, we see him wear these old shoes and this old shirt and the same pants. I think this is a big part of why people love Harry. Okay, and maybe we would like to see him dress a little better. Okay, Meghan not so. Meghan never wears the same thing twice, and finally when she did start re-wearing outfits, it was such a big deal. It was a really big deal, and they trumpeted it to the whole world that Meghan is re-wearing her outfits. Okay, and Harry we have in the same ugly shirt every single time. And the other reason for that is body doubles. The body double wears that same stupid looking shirt. And then they say, oh, that's Harry, he's wearing that ugly shirt. All right, let's review. Is Travalyst viable into the future? It's just virtue signaling, transforming the travel industry. The travel industry is completely decimated. It's like a hurricane is swept through. It's like an earthquake is swept through, and nobody even knows what the travel industry is going to look like tomorrow and next week and next year. There's no room to improve it. You're going to have trouble salvaging what was. Okay, it's not going to be improved. So I think Travalyst is dead in the water. That's what I think. That's what this spread tells me. That Travalyst itself, the whole idea of transforming the travel industry, is completely kaput because there's nothing to transform. It's going to be all subsidized by the governments. That's the only way you're going to have airline flights in the future. And they had these cruise ships. They were hotbeds for corona. They were hotbeds for the virus, and everybody on the ship got the virus. Wow. Nobody's going to want to go on those things anymore. And there's a lot of enthusiastic cruise ship people, the over 55 crowd. They love that stuff. And they're going over and over. And I've been on those cruise ships. And they're okay. Harry and Meghan, are they together? No, it's all just for show with Harry. And the relationship is terrible. So he's definitely somewhere else. Let's see, 23, 29, 8 hearts. It's a lie. He's definitely somewhere else. Meghan is holding down the fort at home, and they're giving you the impression that they're together in this strong family and Archie, and it's so beautiful. Okay, is there funny business with the Sussex Royal? There are secrets. They stopped it, and there's some serious secrets, and it's all was spent on the home. 4 hearts. It was all spent on the home. This huge pile of money was all spent on the home. Are they going to be able to recategorize this not-for-profit? Look at how negative this is. The devil in the veil. There are huge, huge problems with the Sussex Royal and this transfer, and it's really, I think this is really going to blow up, and Meghan just spent the money like it was her money. She had no concern for, I don't know about these things. I'm just a beautiful woman. I don't know about these things. How was I supposed to know I was supposed to feed hungry children with this money? You said you were going to feed hungry children. I had to get my hair done. So that's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Many thanks to the generous folks who bought me a cup of tea. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment.